Hi, friends. It's been a while. I'm having an adventure traveling around and checking out different places and experiencing some things. If you can see behind me, that is a canal. I know it looks like a lake, but it's salty. I jumped in it yesterday. And that's when I discovered that that's a canal. That's not a lake. But it's very serene here, very beautiful. And so I've had some inspiring thoughts while I'm up here dealing with my big dream. So I want to share what my big dream is, um, and it's kind of big. So I'll try to consolidate. Basically, what I want to do is have a treatment center in wilderness such as this. It's very serene here. It's very quiet. All you hear are like leaves rustling and birds chirping. It's so beautiful. Um, I would like to have a wellness center somewhere out in the wilderness areas where people can come and stay for as long as they want. I would have a farm there where I would grow most of the food that we consume at the place, which would be 85% raw vegan, meaning I would prepare juice every day. There would be juice 20, well, not 24 hours a day, but probably 8 hours a day. And I would have meals, raw vegan buffet style meals where people can come and choose what they want all day. We would have seasonal planting and harvesting, and um, just doing things in the garden, which I think is really nice for people who are in recovery, whether it's recovery from addiction or recovery from cancer or from AIDS or diabetes or asthma. Um, Everything at my center will be based on the Dr. Clark protocols, the Hulda Clark Cure for All Diseases protocols, which really, at the end of the day, comes down to very, very clean, um, very wholesome type of lifestyle, dealing with no chemicals whatsoever, whether it's on your body or in your mouth. So at my treatment center, we would make soap, and everything that we use would be 100% biodegradable. It wouldn't harm the environment at all. um, we would have morning meditation where there would be a facilitator in the sanctuary area, which would probably be a deck, like an indoor outdoor deck. I was thinking, because I'm in Washington, it rains most of the time here. I was thinking of a deck, like a huge maybe 100 square foot deck outside that would have like a roof over it, like not an awning, but like a gazebo type of deal, so that people can have the indoor outdoor experience. And we would have sitting meditation. So if people want to bring a chair or sit in a chair, we would have chairs available. If you want to sit on a pillow or you want to sit on a mat, whatever, however you want to sit, we would have that every morning, because that's extremely important whenever you're breaking away from destructive lifestyle habits such as overeating, undereating, junk food eating, fast food eating, drug addiction, using drugs, drinking alcohol. Um, there are so many lifestyle things that we do every day that are the cause of our diseases. God did not make any diseases, guys. Okay? God didn't make even one disease. God did not make us abnormal. God did not make us deformed. God did not make us crippled. God did not make us sick. Okay? We are designed to be just as healthy as any of these trees that I wish that you could see, because they are just it's just so majestic here in nature, in the forest. Um, but I digress. So, yeah, basically everything will be based on Dr. Clark protocols. We'll have meditation in the morning and in the evenings. Or there might be meditation room all day. I don't know how structured it would be, because I know that people like to do their own thing, especially when they're in recovery. So some people like more structure, some people like less structure. So I think I would have a sanctuary for meditation and yoga that you could do any time of the day. Well, you would have two different rooms for meditation and yoga, but we would have, yoga proper once a day or twice a day, maybe in the morning and the evenings. Yoga, stretching, very important. Breathing, very important. No matter what fitness level you're at, if you're 500 pounds and, just coming there to change your eating habits or whatever, you can benefit from yoga, okay? If you're coming there to break away from your arthritis and to heal your arthritis and you think you can't do yoga, yes, you can. Okay, yes, you can. There aren't any excuses about not being able to do yoga, people. Okay, everyone can. And you can ask any guru, fitness person. Well, probably not in America, because America is what gives you that idea like something's wrong with you. You can't do yoga. Oh, you have a stiff neck. You can't do yoga. It's going to hurt you. No, it's not. Okay, if you have a stiff neck, you need to do yoga. If you have arthritis, you need to do yoga. If you have any kind of palsy, cerebral palsy, um, if you're a paraplegic, whatever it is, you need to do yoga, okay? And the Dr. Clark protocols can help with all of that stuff. Multiple sclerosis, all of the things that people think are incurable, they actually have cures. And that's not to say that the body hasn't incurred a lot of damage from years and years of the toxemia that it had to endure. So I'm not saying that, all that damage can be reversed overnight, but you can stop the damage from happening any further simply by killing the pathogen and cleaning up the environment and making sure that there are no more toxic exposures at all. Okay, so we got yoga, we got meditation, we got farming, gardening, we got kitchen stuff. Like I said, 85% of the diet is going to be raw vegan, so lots of juice, and juice pulp as well, because I love the juice pulp, especially nice fresh organic produce that I just got out of my own garden. I'm not throwing that pulp away. No way. Even if I buy from the grocery store, wholesale or whatever, I'm not throwing it away. I'm going to eat it somehow. I'm going to season it and make it taste good. But you're coming there to cleanse, so it's not about coming there to indulge in cheesecake or whatever. That's not it. You're coming there to have a cleansing experience, to rejuvenate your, well, really just, you're coming there for a miracle. Okay, basically you're coming there for a miracle. If you want to fast, we will have, or a fasting facilitator, a person who will be looking after you if you choose to fast. If you want to go into ketosis, if you're overweight, if you have diabetes, then you will want to go into ketosis, and I would recommend that. I am knowledgeable in all of this across the board, so I know it sounds like I'm going to have this huge staff or something, but really it could just be me, because I can actually consult people on all of these different things. I know I'm not licensed, and I wouldn't even want to be licensed, because most of the people who are licensed that I've ever encountered don't know what the hell they're talking about. And that's just the trick of the modern day society that we live in. The experts are the dumbest people in the room. But anyway, I digress. So this is my big dream. I'm interested in alkaloids. I just want to mention this because, this is probably a little bit borderline, for Facebook or whatever. But I do believe in natural alkaloids, and I do believe that humanity has always used alkaloids as medicine, whether it's coca, whether it's opium, whether it's psilocybin, ayahuasca, mescaline, peyote, DMT, you name it. All of these plants that grow out of the ground. Why the hell do they grow? Why? Why do they grow, and why the hell do we find them? And why do we consume them the way that we do? It's because we're supposed to, okay? And every tribal culture in the rest of the world uses alkaloids on a regular basis. And in America, they have exploited us in the West. They know that we need alkaloids. They know that we need community. They know that we need celebration. And they know that alkaloids are a big part of that. So they're synthesizing alkaloids like crazy. And you're getting this whole trend of these very cheap synthetic drugs on the street that make you feel great. These drugs, like, psychologically can be very helpful and stuff like that. But it's creating more of a culture of isolation and laziness, because you can do the synthetic drugs all by yourself and feel high and feel good and whatever, and you don't really have to ever interact with anybody else, and it's not a communal experience. You can have those same good feelings that you're getting from the synthetic drugs by using the natural drugs, and well, I wouldn't even call them drugs, but the natural alkaloids, and coming together, in the spirit of celebration, the spirit of worship, and in the spirit of healing, and the spirit of reconciliation, the spirit of remorse, in the spirit of gratitude. And you can feel, those similar ways without using any synthetic anything inside your body or outside your body. Okay, we're living in a chemical romance, and we got to stop that, because the chemicals are stuff that we don't produce ourselves. We're dependent on the big, huge, pharma, you know, big pharma and all that to make these deadly substances that we depend on so heavily for our survival. The CIA is flooding the streets with synthetic drugs that are so hard on the body, and they create different kind of psychotic situations too, because you're not supposed to do alkaloids by yourself, whether they're natural or synthetic. you know you really, I mean, then, well, okay, so I'm just not going to go all up into that. Okay, but suffice it to say, I'm trying to move away from synthetic drugs at every turn, including psych meds and everything, and go towards the natural. So I would like for that, invite people to have a dance party with mushroom tea, or something like that. Mushroom tea or space cakes or stuff, cannabis and things like that. And have a party, and celebrate and dance. Like I said, I want the foundation of this to be outdoors mostly, and indoor outdoor type of vibe. I want a huge deck where we can practice yoga, meditation. I would like to have like a jacuzzi or a steam room, something like that for for rejuvenation. um and lots of celebration and lots of dancing, lots of grieving as well, because grieving is really an important part of recovery. When you start to unravel the reasons how you got sick in the first place, you feel emotional about that. So the psychological aspect of that is based in community. Community is where you grieve. You don't grieve by yourself. I mean, you can, but it's not ideal. What you really need is community. That's what we all need. So I'm looking at, having this kind of experience where people can come to my treatment center. And I'm saying my treatment center, I'm owning it, because I share these ideas with others, and their mentality can't quite reach the level of mine. A lot of people want treatment centers for drug addicts because they happen to be drug addict or whatever. And, they want to help drug addicts or whatever, but then, they're going to have Doritos for breakfast or stuff. No, I'm looking at a holistic approach to health, where people can walk away from there as a different person. They're going to leave with different habits and different ideas and a different routine that they do every day. And especially if they go into ketosis, people that go into keto, they're going to look at food a completely different way. So yeah, I mean, there's really no disease that you can't cure. There is no disease that God made or inflicted you with. God didn't inflict anybody. Even if you were born with spinal bifida and like crazy shit. I've seen some crazy stuff that people was born with that messed them up real bad. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's coming from the pharmaceutical industry. That's coming from the so-called medicine, the so-called, well, it's allopathic, allopathic traditional. And I don't even like they call themselves traditional. They're just allopathic medicine, and their whole MO is all about chemicals, and they have destroyed a lot of lives. They've destroyed many people's lives, and they continue to do that every day because they need population control. They need to thin out the human race, because they don't want too many people here. So I'm interested in helping the few people that have eyes to see and ears to hear, and who can be helped, okay? Because they're out there. I know they are. I know they are. I know that there are some people who are looking and searching for what I'm talking about. And I'm the person that they're searching for, because I love them. I have a lot of care and compassion for those people. I'm hurt every day by people's ignorance. It hurts me that people don't believe in a cure. You don't believe that you can fucking be cured from something, from this earth? All of this crap is man-made. Everything that you're suffering from, no matter what your disease is, no matter what your dis-ease, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, not spiritual, you don't have spiritual disease, okay? No, nobody has that. But emotional, if you got problems in your soul, trauma, whatever it is, it's all coming from man-made stuff. God didn't make that, okay? And you don't have to live with it. You don't. I mean, it's very frustrating for me. It's really, it really is. So that's my big dream. I think I fit everything in there. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any ideas, suggestions, or you want to help me achieve my dream, by all means, reach out to me. I'm available. I'm making myself available. I'm only here for God. If you know anyone who is ill and who has tried everything else and the medical establishment has told them they can't live any longer, or that, they don't have much longer to live, please get in touch with me. I will go and take care of that person. I will cook for that person, okay? I will do that person's laundry with natural, I will clean the house and get all the chemicals out, because that's what you got to do for someone who's sick. They can't be around chemicals anymore. You just can't. You can't sit back and you can't eat the cheesecake because that's contaminated with bacteria. So if you're healthy, I'm not saying you got to be all strict and crazy, but if you're sick or you know someone who is sick, the protocol is extremely strict. And I want to offer that, but in a fun environment where it's a payoff, where it's not just your health that's a payoff, because for some reason that's just not enough for some people. People don't care that much about their health somehow. But, I know why, okay? I do know why. And it has to do with mind control. It has to do with socialization that we've all been indoctrinated since day one. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Holler at me if you have anything that you would like to chat about. Okay, peace.